time. What? It's like you're making these poor people who paid $100 already to go to the convention to sit in the mandatory parts of the crew. And it's like, and you're just watching the Starfield go by, and it's like, I think by the third day, it's like they still hadn't actually engaged in combat with someone. It's like, God. Like,
right, because actual real starship combat would be as boring as shit.
It's like submarine combat.
Yeah, like I was dying to see it.
Fire your laser and wait 3 hours to see if it hits something.
Yep.
I mean, I was so afraid that if I actually managed to walk in on the combat section, it was going to be just what? It's like, that's it? Yeah. They're very. It's like it's like one shot, one kill. It's like one. Yeah. It's like
Welcome to the kill your dreams simulator.
Pretty much. Have you ever wanted to be on a flying spaceship simulator? Would you like to stop? That was that room.
Yeah, I prefer it when large starships like that go toe to toe, like fucking 1800 sailing vessels.
I guess I'm just asking for a middle ground, right? Like, I don't expect them to operate like World War II jet fighters or propeller planes or something like with dive bombers, but at the same time, God, yeah, no, just people. Yeah, I have a flying cathedral through space.
And that looks like that's everybody that's coming.
I think so.
Yeah, we're all here. As long as if we're recording, then welcome to Monday Night Heroes. Happy 10 years, motherfuckers.
That's right. 10 years in a day.
Woo!
What do you get? Well, last time on Temple of Elemental Evil. Yeah, you guys finally finished your unfinished business in Nulb.
Unfinished. Wow.
And we gave Neko a bit of a jump start. I guess we should just introduce everybody. Get down to business.
Whoa.
So yeah, we'll start with you, Nico.
With me?
Yeah. Why?
I'm a little less dead, but a lot more icky feeling Drow Ranger. Named Tiffany.
Then Jay.
Tonight I am playing Baltana, a drow thief who has discovered the Fountain of Youth and is changing back time.
That is true. No, I think it's not the
one wraith hug at a time.
And then there's Brian.
Oh, I am Squitter Cutbait, human bard, raconteur, currently looking for a misplaced set of bagpipes, but I at least have a cowbell in reserve.
Finally, my partner in crime for the past 10 years, Rodney.
Oh dear. I'm playing Silric, the elf, in possession of a lawful good sentient sword who's driving him batty.
The very best kind of sword.
And I'm Steve. Many other functions. All right, so last time you did encounter, among other things, a couple of wights, or a number of wights, a couple of them, and a couple of you, which would be Baltana and Sirnat, appearing in this podcast. The cleric of Moradin, Dagmar, lost a level each. Could have been more, but there were some saving throws made. But yeah, so that happened, but in the process, you did defeat the pirate lich and lay claim to his treasure, which should have mitigated some of what was going on. Maybe not all of it. Not even close. Huh? But you do find yourselves in Nulb, which is slowly recovering from this lich curse. And I will say that for the sake of not dwelling too long in Nulb, we can montage a buying crap that you think you'll need scene. Jump forward in time so you all have full health and get back to the Temple of Elemental Evil.
May I ask one favor? Could you
Sure.
please use the dice you used last Wednesday, please?
And if you missed that episode, they were bad. Great for us.
That was the D20 modern game we were talking about.
Oh,
Where
You couldn't
I
make a
literally couldn't roll above a 7 for 2.5 hours. Granted, there were only 15 minutes of actually rolling dice, but yeah, it was something else.
That's all I ask. Nothing more, nothing less.
I've used all my dice, so yeah, I'll be using the same ones that I used then.
Yay!
yay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Those
I'm
are
going to go
the same-
sacrifice a chicken
those are
now to
on
make sure it happens.
Yes.
Those are the same ones I used on Monday. I think it's just really they don't like Adam's house
Hmm.
because they love my house. They don't like Adam's house. All right, so figure out amongst yourselves what you want to get for Null, keeping in mind that you'll probably be going to extra dimensional planes that may or may not have an elemental theme to them.
Okay, so one of the things that I definitely know we should get is healing potions for sure. And
Armored bagpipes.
Well, if I may, I was thinking
I'm all
about
ears.
this earlier.
Yep.
I can remember 3 out of 4. We need 5 potions of water breathing,
Okay.
5 potions of fire resistance, unless one of us has something that offers that.
I may have potion. Actually, where am I right now? I feel like I would just be like, "Fuck all of you! I'm going back to bed."
Oh,
No,
this
you-
is
no,
you
sometime
feel good
later.
That's
now.
what's happening. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I do have a
Yeah.
potion of fire resistance, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Does your sword offer fire resistance?
No,
Does mine?
that
Are
would be
you
nice
sure?
to know. I was not told it offered fire resistance.
I mean, I really just need a potion of comfortable environment, right? Like, like I'm not asking to be completely fireproof, but
Okay.
it's just, can this not suck while I'm traveling through the infernal region or whatever?
Sure.
Like, don't we all?
We need 5 potions of flight. So we've got water, fire, and air taken care of.
Do we have the funds to buy all this?
We have 36,900.
oh, it's the Frost brand that provides protection against fire.
It's like,
Oh.
no, I would be a lot less charred if I had fire resistance.
Okay, cool. It's also +6 against creatures of fire, so
That ought to be
So-
useful.
So the charm of selective elemental protection. I like the idea, but it sounds dangerous.
I don't think that exists.
I have
I
a
remember the
scroll.
more stuff that is more powerful is more expensive.
Boo.
Yes.
Shopping montages are always so exciting.
Yes.
They are.
But what would be the stuff for Earth?
It's a good question.
Is there a library where we can look up information on the elemental
Sure,
plane
yeah.
of Earth?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do research. You can go researching around about the planes, like things that you think that you might encounter on like mini elemental planes,
Yeah.
conditions, that kind of thing.
So, like, Manual of the Planes, 3rd edition. Something like that.
Well, I don't think it gets that involved, but why don't you, whoever wants to do that, can take some time in the library. It's going to take a while, but
Well, I am the
So
magic
look at
user of the
that.
bunch, so.
all right.
I don't mind going with you just because it'll get me away from the bard.
Okay, how about we send the bard with you?
What?
How about it? No,
Actually, the bard has a rollable
the bard
skill.
would be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bard that
So yeah,
Twitter could
I'll
come
help
with
him in the
me
other shopping.
and pick up
Yeah.
some useful knowledge here and there. Some scuttlebutt.
Give us a list in the golds, and we'll go get what you need from the shops while you guys are in there.
Yep.
Shit, all of a sudden, this became a Call of Cthulhu game. All right, make a library use roll.
Memories.
Do I have to make that normal, extreme?
No, but why don't you roll? What exactly are you researching? So we'll say that you can each research one topic per day.
Okay.
Survivability.
Okay.
Making friends in the plane of fire.
All right.
So you're looking for the.
There are no
residents?
friends. There are no
I mean,
friends.
look, fire elemental or some kind of fire elemental critter that can be charmed. I want it on our side rather than having to figure out how to put out flames, but we don't necessarily want to be having a flame. It's just a self-preservation issue.
All right. So survivability. Give me an intelligence check there, Silric.
Passed with a 5.
All right.
No.
So this is going to be a 4-day run for you because you got to look into all 4 planes.
Yes.
So you come to find out that the planes of the elements don't get along very well with prime material resonance.
Yes. Oh wait, that's bad.
And the environment can be damaging to people who find themselves deplaned. Such as like the air node is going to have high winds, which will carry debris. And you figure if you don't have protection from that, you will probably end up taking some damage. Such as possibly 1 to 4 points of damage per turn from exposure. So figuring out a way to protect yourself from exposure from Earth, which will probably take the form of quakes, rock falls. Fire is going to be heat. Water is going to be, well, possibly drowning, but it doesn't seem that, well, swimming might be a good thing to have access to.
Could I ask a quick question about that, or could they do combo?
But you're not in the library.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
Okay, so the closest thing you can find by reports, and they're very sketchy, is that the water node, none of these are the actual planes of the elements. They are nodes brought into existence. Think of them as pocket dimensions. It is rumored that the water node is an indoor ocean.
Okay.
Dotted with islands and small land masses. Humid, hot,
Tropical.
misty. It's rumored that some of these mists may actually be poison, which is where you'd be taking your environmental damage from there. The fire node is humid and hot, and you just get exposed to the general. Think of it like being in like Atlanta in the summer, or even Baltimore in the summer,
Right.
but like 10 times worse. Metal is going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be fire pits and burning embers. The Earth node
type
is,
of thing.
yeah, the Earth node is rumored to be like a cave dungeon type setting, almost close to the Underdark, but with seismic activity. And the ear node is it is not like there's not no land. It's just constant moving atmosphere, high winds that whip up debris. Visibility is poor because of this, and you're constantly being hit by pebbles and shit. So, yeah, so if you guys can figure out ways around that, you think you can mitigate the environmental damage. It's not so much as you have to be able to breathe underwater. You have to be able to fly. You have to. It's more like, what is this hostile environment going to throw at me, and how am I going to avoid taking damage from it? So those are the questions that Silric, you find that you need to be answering.
We need about 4 more clerics.
You find an old newspaper article from 1919 that talks about children disappearing near a well on the north end of Boston. Hold on, I have handouts.
I'll slip that one into my bag. Hold on to that for later.
All right.
Something tells me that's not supposed to be here.
All right, and so human bard, Squitter. What were you were trying to figure out? What the different residents of these planes are?
Most likely residents I can bother to charm or make them friendlier to us. Then
Mm. What are your what's the limits on your charming ability?
let's see. Okay, well, it's like I think I had some running around out there. It's like, but pretty much just within my
I'm just
dice.
really asking you a mechanical question. What level bard are you?
No, it's like not necessarily a mechanical question. Here,
No,
it's just
totally a mechanical question.
is there someone we should be looking for as a friendly species in this realm?
You-
It's probably
Absolutely
friend.
not. You are 100%. I mean, there's no way of knowing this. What actually populates these, but you do know a couple of things. That the priests of the temple have been banishing um, creatures and sacrifices to these levels for years.
Okay.
And rumor has it that once you go in, there's really no way out. So,
One-way ticket. Fortunately, I don't believe in one-way tickets.
but I mean, you could research the kind of creatures that may, pardon me, be on there.
Yeah.
You know, like the different kinds of elementals, and possibly what it takes to beat some of them.
Yeah, I mean, or at least it's like, if they eat, it's like, I guess, is it possible to research for pecking order of what considers the other more edible or more fun to kill than other things?
No, but that would be a great research project. Maybe you should go to the university,
Yeah.
apply for a grant.
That comes later. Oh, there's gotta be a way. Oh, well, anyway. Fine. I guess that's my findings. Don't die, guys. It's gonna suck.
The thought occurs to me, we're entering these planes looking for the stones that go onto the orb, correct?
Yeah?
Yes.
I mean, this does so much already without it.
You know, it's starting to
Sure.
seem to me that we're interfering in a perfectly good prison.
Ooh.
Problem is that this prison, those are in air quotes, reconstitutes its offensive capabilities every few years. So it is a constant threat.
Yeah.
So we take out the heart and this is done.
That's what your objective is.
That's the theory.
Tasked, actually, at this point, tasked by Moradin to Dagmar inside the dungeon. Dagmar was pretty much told to incise this cancer.
Does this have anything to do with the weird fungus bins? Well, the fungus bins are stupid allies. And they're rooting for us. Or spoiling for us, I don't know. Maybe they're not rooting
You
for us.
did a weird dream, but I don't know if you told anybody about that. In the middle of combat.
Yeah.
Vision, I guess, as opposed to a drink.
Yeah, you
It's a
gonna tell us
sport
about
drink.
that, or are you gonna keep that to yourself?
Well, I mean, I'm still trying to find a way to turn it into a really bitchin' poem. It's like, it's like once I get the meter and the key points down and everything else, where it's like I will sing you the ballad of the strange fungus lady, to your heart's content. In fact, ad infinitum, until we get to the end of one of these elemental planes. But right now, it was weird, just really weird. Hot, but weird.
All right, Squitter. So how do we get out of these places?
I'm working on that. I think it's like we found out that the creatures aren't. It's like unfriendly, so that's step one. And so
That's
don't count on
definitely
everything.
something that you. That's definitely something that can be researched.
Right. Well, I mean, how did the other people who know about these planes get out of it? There's got to be a way.
Well, most of what you're hearing is from. Well, most of what Silric has found out has been like conjecture and theory.
Uh, Boy, Very
But
fucking-
if you wanted to make me an intelligence roll,
Alright. Ugh. Pass.
all right. So you find out that the nodes are recursive, and they are somehow rumored to be interconnected.
Even though they hate each other.
Well, nodes are just nodes. They don't hate or
Oh.
love or feel anything. They're just
No.
nodes, man.
Just
But-
a whole bunch of no.
They are recursive, so there are ways to go from node to node. Presumably, it would be connected to how you get there in the first place. You also do know that once you're in there with the skull and the proper jewels,
Okay.
more control over where you will go.
All right.
Or
Well, how much more?
I mean, you're just gonna have to experiment.
I'm all up for experimenting. I've got plenty of good, faithful companions traveling with me. Like Drow Rangers.
May I have brief descriptions of those planes one more time?
So the air note, you are going through a set of windy caverns, picking up debris, smacking you with it. Pew pew. The Earth node, again, is a cave-like, rumored to be a cave-like construction with seismic activity that is dangerous and causes pain. Fire nodes, hot, humid fire pits.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the water node is an indoor ocean, more or less, with miasmic mists rising.
Thank you. And I presume you relay that information to the rest of the group at some point there,
Well,
Splitter.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Thank you.
but I'm going to tell it in haiku form.
That's fine as long as we get it. I think
Okay.
one of the things is while we wait for you guys to get back from researching, I know that most likely I'll just be hanging out waiting for a shopping list before we go purchase anything because we want to make sure we have enough money. I know we have a lot of money, but I don't know how expensive some of these potions and things will be.
Right. Well, I mean, looks like we're gonna need the basic survival stuff: ropes, maybe some spikes. We got plenty of spikes though. Still got some ropes.
I mean, I do have spikes. I have a grappling hook with ropes.
We have
So-
looks like 6 potions of healing regular and 1 potion of extra healing left.
Stock
I'm
up
gonna
on
need a
few.
couple of them potions because I'm fresh out.
All right.
We should probably figure out if we can grab something that can at least do a quick ad hoc resurrection in case one of us loses that ability by accident or things.
I've been
Not that
keeping
we'll
a
need-
tally of the potions, just in general, as we're individually using them. I've been ticking them off.
Oh, good.
So we have 6 left between us.
Oh, that's a
Let's
start.
probably buy some then.
We definitely need we definitely need to be stocked up on healing potions because it looks like there's going to be possible round by round damage. So we might need a way to absorb a few more hits.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
I have
probably
kind of-
need the potions of water breathing just in case.
yeah.
Fire pits everywhere. Probably make sure we each have some type of fire resistance. Possibly multiple uses. I have no idea how long we're going to be in any of these. But we'll get what we can and maybe
use them
we can-
sparingly.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what do we use for getting through the earth realm or the rock realm or whatever the hell that turns into? Or is that what we're going to use for flight potions?
Yeah, air definitely sounds like we need some kind of flight or control of wind, but
Yeah.
we also would make sure we always have our ropes with us so we can tie ourselves together. But we'll deal with the actual plan
Right.
based on what
But I'm
we
just
have.
saying. Yeah, like how are we supposed to deal with the earth realm is for one that puzzles me. Like, are we going to be tunneling through things like a bunch of mole men, or are we going to be just playing a lot of rock music?
Well, it said caverns, so
What could possibly go wrong in the cabin? I mean, maybe we need a
basically
phase program.
spelunking gear. So our spikes, our ropes, we might have to climb.
God, I
Cedric,
hate
what kind
that.
of magic do you use?
Arcane,
Are you a wizard?
effectively, yes.
You're a wizard, Silric.
Peanut butter better than peanut butter.
What level spells can you cast?
I have 2 third-level spells. Is the highest.
Okay.
Good ones?
I know
Ah,
haste and dispel magic.
okay, yeah, that's helpful.
Okay.
This sucks. My entangle spell isn't going to do much good in these realms.
Okay, I was trying to see if there was anything.
I
that we
also
could
have
get
access to
that could augment.
levitate 3 times a day,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's just me. I'll have to look up the spell description.
Okay, so if we found a scroll with a spell that you could use, if they don't have a potion that might help us, you could use it, correct?
Yes and no.
Okay.
That answer does not fill me with confidence.
So what he's trying to say is that he can use it once from the
Yep.
scroll, or he could try to learn the spell,
Ah,
which is an intelligence roll of some sort.
hmm
And he'd have the spell, but it would use up the spell on the scroll. So if he failed, you wouldn't have that spell access anymore.
Also, it requires the use of a spell that I do not have.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have read magic.
I do not have read magic. I have read languages because it was random.
So Rick, if you wanted to, you can try to learn spells while you're in Null. There definitely are sources for that.
Okay,
It would cost. I mean, it's going to cost you gold pieces, but
sure.
That's use it.
if you wanted to learn some spells, that's
Yes,
fine.
I would love to learn a few more spells.
Okay, so what spells are you trying to learn?
Oh no. Well, definitely read magic.
Okay, so read magic is a. Come on, where's the list of spells? Here we go. Read magic is a first level spell.
Illusionist.
Magic user.
Oh, magic user. Yeah. Sorry.
So that'd be an easy one. Sorry, I'm going to try and fill in the void of me not talking. While I look up.
Well, we can role play a little bit while you're doing that.
That would
So,
be great.
Cuzzo,
You'll.
Oh, there we go.
Well,
scars
which
don't look bad,
Cuzzo?
right? What do you mean,
No.
which cousin? I only have you.
Meanwhile,
Well, you never
with
know.
Timpani and Baltana.
Well, let's be honest here. Silver could be a cousin from the other side of the track, so we never know.
I wonder if I could turn this skull into a
Consider her
bagpipe.
family. No,
Fair
no.
enough. Those scars would look better on the bard, but they look good on you.
What?
They're not like super noticeable, right?
Nah. Did you
So
want
you
them to
think
be
Amanda would be
noticeable?
into him? No, I mean, do you think she would be into him though?
I think you could, yeah. You could play it out.
I could have her kill the bard for me.
Okay.
Oh. Maybe say the bard did it. That's who
Okay.
did it to you.
Did
Actually, no. No, that's not believable.
All right. So it's going to cost you for read magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cost you 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
And a percentile roll. We'll modify it by your intelligence.
That's terrifying.
I mean,
My intelligence
is
or
your-
my intelligence bonus?
what is your intelligence?
12.
12.
So
All right.
average.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that you have a 50% chance. Well, we'll say 65% chance of learning this spell.
I'm going to use the talent of awesome to get a column shift here.
Can I assist?
That is a 26%.
Okay, so you can add that. Any other spells you care to look up or research? We'll say that it's gonna. It takes the first one is pretty easy because it's a 1st level spell. The rest of them are going to take like a week
Right.
each. Choose wisely.
Yes, I know. And we also have access to the AD&D book, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to give you a wish list.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, do it now before you go into the dungeon. It's not a wish list thing. It's a do it now before you go into the dungeon thing.
So protection from fire is druid, it looks like. It's not a lot of protection. I thought there would be a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If y'all want
I
to
mean, you
break
have
out the spell
poison, but
lists and make suggestions,
that's what I was looking at. But I see nothing really. They're all high level. I mean, granted, yes, they are high level spells, but
well, remember, I also only have a few slots, so I'm interspersing
That's true.
these into slots that we can also use for some of the other stuff that I have that's useful.
You can make an intelligence check. Just roll into your intelligence. Regular old
Nope,
intelligence.
one above.
All right, never mind. Never mind.
give it a shot.
Probably wouldn't have
Pulls a
worked
brain
anyway.
cell.
Probably wouldn't have worked anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Well,
would have been nice, but it's all there. But maybe one of you will put two and two together.
You put so much faith in our one brain cell.
oh my god.
Come
Let me
up
just
with
rub them
8.
together.
Put two and two together and come up with 8.
8.
That's how we ended up in this situation.
Well, water breathing for sure. That
Yep. But
doesn't
that's
really save us
third
any
level,
money.
right?
But if it's
That's a
something-
3rd level.
It is a 3rd level.
Yeah, that would take some time, and it would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 gold to learn.
Go for it.
Plus, it would take 3 weeks.
You'll do anything for 3 weeks?
Well, I'm sure we can find some things to do around town. Well, is town starting to come back to life now that we've taken care of the pirate situation?
Yeah. It's everything's. Everybody has kind of woken up from their daze. And they don't even realize that they've been gone.
That's lovely. So yeah, we could just spend a little time socializing around town.
Actually,
I'd rather go in prepared than unprepared.
well, yeah.
Also,
that's a
Us
given.
taking a little bit of time could work out to our favor too, because it may make them drop their defenses since we're not, attacking.
So, a question. Clerics, I see
You
get
kind of
resist.
think that the everything you've heard so far about like the temple being up for grabs and in confusion, you feel that the longer you take, the more short up it's going to be when you go back. So
That makes
you
sense. We don't
definitely
want to take too long by any means, but
strike a balance between striking while the iron's hot and having to slog through rooms and monsters again.
So, quick question: resist cold and resist fire. Those are cleric first levels spells and such, and it hits a group. Is it worthwhile?
Well,
I'm asking
clerics get their spells from
Yeah,
their gods.
anything on the cleric list that Dagmark can cast of the level he can cast
Yeah.
it.
But what I'm asking is it actually worth it, or is it better to find an item?
Hmm.
Is it worth the slot?
Is it worth correct? Is it worth him using a spell slot, or is it better for us to find a potion?
Well, we'd have to find 5 of them. Or 4.
Well, the thing about it is, though, also potions have duration.
yeah, how
You can
long do the
cast-
potions
you
last?
Cast a spell once a day, or
Well, no, the resist
however
cold
many
only lasts
slots
6
a day
turns.
you have.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe we should go find that cleric that that we pegged into the chamber a while back, and perhaps we should convince him, in exchange for his freedom, to start stocking us up with some elemental appropriate items out there. I mean, it's like if he's the cleric out there, he's got to have.
I mean, do you really think that cleric's going to be there after a month and a half? He's either going to be dead or freed.
Well, that's what the resurrection is for, and he'd be very grateful if that was.
There's a
be-
limitation on resurrection by amount of days dead.
Well, I don't know. It's like bringing back it. That's like I'm just throwing some.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll get your turn with death and get to see firsthand.
Okay. Just curious. Only if a skull can reanimate. I haven't tried to reanimate with a skull yet. Could be a hidden power.
You pretty
Well,
much
Scully-
know everything the skull can do in its current configuration.
Oh, Scully, McSkullface. Why must you be so limited?
Yeah, I would say stock us up to where we're at 3 healing potions each.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
We have fire protection, so maybe we should. Well, we have to find our way out. That's the whole problem.
Mm-hmm.
Did in my research I come across any spots that could be safe spaces?
Mm-hmm.
Any hints that there might be places of respite?
There was no indication of that.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 potions.
Each.
Yep.
We have 10 ropes already. So,
Hmm.
3 potions each. There's 5 of us, so that's 15. Plus the 6 we already have.
To make sure we have enough rations, because I don't think we'll be able to find food.
We were still holding on to at least 5 weeks of rations.
It's like I'll find what we can while we can. That way we can conserve as much as we can until we get where we're going.
Oh, we're eating in the tavern. until we
No, I
until
mean
we're-
like once we're in the temple is what I mean.
yeah. Hot in at least 2 of those places. We're gonna need lots of water. I got 5 now. So perhaps another 15. Go in with 20, 5 apiece.
Have a piece of what again?
Water.
No,
Okay. Yeah.
it's a fair deal.
All right. So 15 potions of healing, 15 water skins. Y'all want a couple more ropes?
Yeah.
Can we handle that many ropes?
If we split them up amongst each other, we should be fine.
Well, we're currently carrying 2 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your magic rope, so you either have.
Yeah, so
one
I have
regular
3
rope.
technically.
Yeah.
Ah,
So what? Another 6 ropes?
I'm wondering, can I get a terrarium?
No.
What? Ah,
Maybe 4, because we should be able to scrounge some. Actually, you know what? No, we'll get what we got, because more than likely we can find some along the way if we need them too.
mm-hmm.
Because I doubt we won't have to knock a few heads together before we get where we're going.
Possible.
Right, that seems to be on brand. But I just wonder, it's like I'm tired of not being able to draw upon these, vines or something like that to actually use an entangle because there's no vegetation in the zone. That's just been, there's
But
got
yeah,
to be
that
a
kinda
way.
happens in temples.
Yeah, we have to have, it's like I'd just like to be able to bring our own plants in, but I suppose that's a bit much.
Wait, are you gonna like buy a packet of Berkeys?
He's gonna find some kudzu and take it with him. He's gonna infest the whole
Yeah.
goddamn temple with it. I'll take about a week. It's fine.
Yeah. Elemental plane of earth is now the elemental plane of kudzu.
That's its own problem. We don't. I don't know if we want to unleash that demon on the world.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
They got problems with mushroom lady.
Um. All right, so I have fire resistance just in case. Do you have a potion? There's at least 2 rings floating out there. I know.
Well, I got
Dagmar
one
has
of the rings of
one.
perfection.
Rings of
Yeah, I asked if
protection.
I could keep the ring we got.
Yeah,
I
thought
asked
there
if
was
I could
a-
keep the ring of protection from last night.
Yeah, I thought we
last
had more
time.
than one fire resistance. I know Dagmark has a ring of fire resistance.
I don't think so. I think we had another ring of protection somebody had.
Okay. All right. Well, I know Dagmark does have the fire resistance ring because he wanted it.
That's fair.
It was in a loot.
No, you won't hear me. You will not hear Tiffany argue about anything Dagmar wants. I owe him.
But we got Baltana, Squitter, and I have the sword. That's takes care of fire for me, or at least mitigating some of the damage. So, what is the? Let's see. Potions.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, he kind of trailed off at the end there.
Oh, I was looking. I was looking for the length of time a potion lasts.
depends on the potion.
1d6 plus 6 turns.
Right. So, it's 10 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes to 2 hours.
I don't think we can reasonably rely on carrying a bunch of potions around.
No, I don't think we can either.
Because we don't know how long we're gonna be in there. We don't know how long it's gonna take to get out, and there's no way of calculating that. We can carry a couple. That way, everybody has something. Squitter and Boltana.
Yeah. That should be okay.
I mean, we don't really have any other choice. There aren't a lot of options.
Yet.
Honestly, the only realm that I'm like super worried about is the fire realm.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yes, we've noticed
I
you've
don't-
been sitting further from the fire.
I mean, if everyone's up for it, I would vote that if we can figure it out as fast as possible, maybe save a fire realm for last after we've finished becoming magnificent in the other realms. Because I feel like I can take out earth and I can take out water and maybe air, but that fire one's really
Them out.
terrible.
It's very confident of you.
Ah. Well, it's a bard. It comes with the territory.
I'd like to make a request of you, Mr. Bard.
Oh, yes?
Could you not throw oil on things anymore, please?
Yeah, I think we learned that's not quite the winning strategy.
I would hope so.
Oh. Yes, but we do still need some oil just in case.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
I don't think you should have it, but yes.
Ah. We'll compromise. We'll agree to disagree.
Hello, Jay. Jay's having some audio problems.
Oh, no bueno. You may have to completely exit out of Discord to fix it.
I think he did.
No, the way he came back in, he didn't close it. Like, sometimes you have to, like, exit the program to make it work right.
Mm. Yeah.
It's funky. It might have been an update that just happened to.
Funky as a brass muffin.
All right, so you guys kind of got an idea of what you want to take with you.
Yeah.
Strategies.
Yeah. Dumb
And
not
there's only
fair.
so much we can do anyway. Because I don't think we have the group funds to buy a ton of things anyway.
Mm.
Also, how the hell is our base doing? I was
Yeah,
really
pretty-
fucking out of it after that whole ship incident, and I still kind of feel funky from whatever the cats did to me.
We have 35,691 liquid funds.
Mm.
Mm.
So, I mean, y'all can kind of go wild a little bit with like. We know we're encountering damage dealing elemental quasi-planes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, isn't there a rune of recall or something like that we can pick up where it just kind of, if we
No.
run into something, oh.
No,
And we
this
could
is
get
not-
the
this
shops
isn't
and see if, like,
Fallout.
we
Mm.
can swing by maybe some of the shops and see if there are any like anything that may be a little enchanted that we can dabble in terms of protection.
Hold on, let me see something real quick. Well,
Okay.
yeah,
So,
while
like,
you're thinking of
Nulb
that,
is like fairly big town. It's not cosmopolitan level town though.
Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to like hit a shop and see if maybe somebody had like pawned something.
Like bagpipes.
Gotta
Yeah.
hope not.
What?
I mean,
By
somebody
Moradin's
won-
balls, I really hope not.
if somebody won your bagpipes, what do you think they're going to do with them?
I don't know.
That is something you could do, is try to find your fucking bagpipes.
Bagpipes. This aggression cannot stand, man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to straight up restart his computer.
Okay, there went
Jay,
that
you
idea.
heard that. So
I
sort
typed
of
it in chat too, so.
going from shop to shop. There's not a lot of pawn shops in Nulb, but you go down to the like the shopping district, and you go into the first store you see. It says "We buy gold."
Aw.
Is there a
Oh,
guy in
forgetting
a
about that.
jester's costume twirling a sign out front?
Yeah, there's like a fat guy with a unkempt beard, and he's wearing a tunic that says Harleth Davidsoneth. And but you walk in, and there
Real
are
horsepower.
right. There's instruments lining the walls, like of all sorts of shapes and sizes. There's bagpipes, there's lutes, there's horns. There's like it's a pawn shop. So if you wanted to purchase a set of bagpipes or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you would be able to do so.
All right. I better get a set of backup bagpipes until I can find my real bagpipe.
A set of backup bagpipes. Yeah, so there is a set of bagpipes there. You like go through like the accordions and squeeze boxes, and
Yes.
celestinas, and stuff. And there is a set of bagpipes, and why don't you give me? Well, all right. So,
Oh.
well, let's see. You're looking. You gotta try and sound like a biker. Bro, looks like you're looking at them pipes. They're pretty smooth. What you know about bagpipes?
Never have I ever heard anyone say smooth and bagpipes in the same sentence.
I mean,
You, sir, are looking at
popular
being the
in this-
master of the zone of the bagpipes.
You have a good eye, brother.
Why would you
have
not?
a good eye. I can let you have these pipes here. I mean, these are special pipes. These belong to Angus Youngeth.
Okay. Go on. I'm fascinated.
And they were played once by Boneth Scottis. And they
Really?
maybe you've heard the song. It's a long way to the top. Anyway,
Yeah.
I can let these go for. Let's go with 6,000. So 6,000 gold.
5,000. That's like they have been used here, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to recondition, make my money back.
Yeah, they have been used. That's true by Boneth Scottis,
Mm-hmm.
a master of the bagpipes, I might add. You notice in the corner he points. Do your bagpipes have tartans?
I guess.
No,
The cool ones do.
there is a crest on the bag that looks like old ruins or runes of some sort. Maybe you've seen. Why don't you give me a lore roll?
Yeah, all right. Let's do a lore roll on that. And D6. Oh. And yes, pass.
Well, you've done a little bit of research on this arcane alphabet, and translating it into common. It says A, C, and there's a lightning bolt. D, D.
Oh,
Trademark.
excellent. Well,
And,
I feel struck.
And you would know that these are +1 bagpipes.
Oh. Fine. That's a
Of-
bargain at
+1 bagpipes of high voltage. They will make all your dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
They're cheap. All right. Well, I'm certainly happy to acquire these by any means necessary so that I can play at the big balls. Pretty soon the game will be so pleased that we've got the biggest balls of them all. Yes. Anyway, I try to
So you see,
charm.
I couldn't take less than 5,555. Brother.
It's a, you know what? It's a symbolic sum. So be it.
All right.
Now,
So you have
come on.
acquired
555.
you have acquired the +1 bagpipes of AC/DC.
Yes. You're all in for it now. Now
How
I
does
can
that
go to
translate into barding? Well,
A master of air.
that is a good question. How does that translate into barding? +1 might be flipping for me to say. They are magic bagpipes. So they will increase your anti-charm
All right.
by another 10 feet. So you have a 40-foot range for your anti-charm effect.
All right.
You can now add a hit die to the number of subjects affected by the various effects of bagpipes. So instead of 2 hit HD per level, you get 3 HD per level.
Excellent. A worthy investment.
So they really just make it more bardy.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No, while he's out doing his thing, I'm gonna go sell my two-handed sword because I don't really need it with all the stuff I'm carrying.
Okay. Is it magical?
No, it's just a regular two-hand sword. I bought it ages ago.
Yeah, you can get. Well, it's nulb, so you can get 3/4 of what you paid for it.
Shit, I don't even remember what I paid for it.
Whatever's in the book. So I'm
Yes,
assuming it's probably like
right.
25 gold.
Two-handed sword is 15 gold.
Yeah, so you get 11.25 gold for it.
Archery?
Cha-ching.
Replace my sunglasses because I missed them.
Oh,
That'll be 11.25.
like a silver or something, I think. Because they're just glass. Colored
I mean,
glass.
more or less. Oh, also,
They don't actually do
uh,
anything, it's just the fashion sense at this point.
so Tiffany, as you are walking around, you do notice every once in a while, out of the corner of your eye, you can see a pair of cats.
I look towards said cats.
Follow
Do I not
once
see
you
them?
once you look, they're not there anymore.
Oh. Well, okay, if
But,
that's how you guys want to be.
But they do give you, like, you get this sense of somehow protection. So what is going to happen with that is you have these cats act as a conduit between you and an otherworldly force.
Alright.
And when your hit points drop below 5, you automatically get hit points back.
ooh.
The unfortunate reality is this otherworldly entity has a limited amount of hit points to give, and once this reservoir is tapped, it is going to come back for them once it's tapped out.
Well, let's just not get to that point then.
So, got that going.
Well, I
for you.
just innately know that.
Yes.
Okay.
That way it's on you to remember, not me.
No, I've written it down. It's just I figure maybe the cats have been like in her dreams and
Yeah, I
still
mean,
just,
you
she just knows now.
yes, and you feel. I mean, it was basically similar to the effect that happened on the ghost ship.
She didn't like that feeling.
Yeah, and it definitely was not pleasant hit points.
She's a bit Mr. Horse on that one. No, sir, I didn't like it.
But it did keep you alive. So
Oh, it did
Got
do
that
its
going
job,
for you.
and she is thankful for that. And but if she had to choose, she thinks she'd take Moradin over whatever that is.
I think Moradin is going to be a little bit less hands-on until we
Oh, I
figure
figure
out
that.
how to get rid of this temple.
Oh, she's not a convert or anything, not yet anyway.
You guys are basically going around and all saying, "Ma'am, we're on a quest from Gad.
Aha.
We're on a mission from Gad."
I'm gonna get silver tattooed across my knuckles.
There's this pair of drow that walked in looking like a seated diamond merchant. What did they order? The thief ordered 4 fried chicken. Boltana. The other one ordered dry white toast.
Timpani.
Tiffany.
Baltana and Timpani Blues.
Poor Baltana.
We're getting the band back together.
It's a soul drow. I'm not smoking.
All right. So are we all locked and loaded and ready to go?
As locked and loaded as we're going to be, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna get much better than what we got.
can take all day
I mean,
pissing into the wind and null. when we could be on the road fighting trolls. All right.
Oh, I wonder if I
speaking
can
of
make.
on the road fighting trolls,
Uh-huh.
how are we getting back to the point where you were? How's that happening?
I could try to track our way back.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know how to get to the temple and everything.
Oh, you mean back
what-
to where we were, like in the temple?
Yes. Yes. So, well, like, what entrance are you using? That kind of thing. You know, you remember the last time you came out, you kind of went pell-mell.
Well, I know we took the scenic route out, guys, and I don't know why. But I would prefer if we went back the other way.
Through
With
the
the-
bandit,
Oh, that's
Bandits, yeah.
through the bandit hideout.
Okay.
hmm And then that way we know where we're coming from, and from there we should be able to retrace our steps back to where we were.
Especially with a ranger on hand.
We know you're just hoping that the bandit queen is in her boudoir when we get there.
Do not have time for that.
All right. So, what time of day are you setting out? Are we going in broad daylight? Or are we waiting until dusk, dark, light of the silver moon?
I'm not fond of sunlight, but I'm not opposed because we have a reason to hide on the roads?
Well, there is an operative of the fire
Keep-
temple still at the
safe.
inn. So
That is true.
I think that maybe we should try to slip out under the cover of darkness.
Well, there's a room with a big ass hole in it that I'm pretty sure hasn't been fixed yet.
That is
Should we
true.
not mention that room?
Well, I'll mention that room all I goddamn well please. That was a comfortable room.
Well, I suppose
I like that
that's,
room.
That's probably the best way to slip out of the building. And then maybe
All right. Well,
follow the river, cut
in the
across.
middle of the night, you guys creep out of the big hole in the room in the inn, like a shitty late '80s Rolling Stone song.
How much was
was old.
Squitter's debt?
Who lost count?
Squitter's debt for the room. Did I tell you that, or did I say I was gonna get to you?
I don't think you told him yet.
I thought you said somewhere in the neighborhood of like 3,000 something.
Yeah, that's about what I
Yeah,
recall.
it was. Yeah, I mean, if that's what I said, that's what I said. That sounds about right. Cheaper than his new bagpipes.
All right, I will leave.
Yeah, I mean, I just used the table for building structures.
All right.
I had paid in advance whatever it was I was gonna have to pay for my room because I might want to come back here at some point in my life.
Yeah, to shore up the damage to the room and to the structure itself, we'll say about gold.
I'll have Baltana creep down and leave the bag at the innkeeper's room.
Okay.
With a note that says,
All right.
"Sorry for the mess," written very poorly.
No, with a note that says "Ho ho ho."
His name was Squitter. That's what's
You're
written on the
welcome
note.
you're welcome for saving the town. Here's your money for wrecking your inn. All right, so you creep away under cover of the night and make your way along the trail to the Temple of Elemental Evil. The first thing you notice when you get to the grounds of the temple is you totally forgot the oppressive evil that the place just exudes. Once again, settles on your shoulders.
Oh, I didn't
have
forget. It's just
Well, you know as many things,
Different-
but you don't have like supernatural evil miasma that's palpable.
Oh no, my source was just different. That's all. It shifted from the temple to Twitter at some point.
Well, I mean that's just the temple of elemental. That's not quite evil. What is willful ignorance?
Oh, the Squitter. Squitter's the will for
Temple of elemental willful ignorance.
The Temple of Elemental Weevils.
No, I feel like that's that's the perfect name for it, considering what happened with that fucking elemental.
Mm.
And you start to make your way through the courtyard of said temple. And Squitter, you feel that once again the closer you get to that temple structure, the more of that pull that you feel. And now
Ooh.
you recognize that pull has that same feel as that when you had that vision, the fungal thing in your vision. It has that same kind of psychic feel to it.
Mm. Hot.
Who are you talking to? Why'd you say hot?
Thinking. Anyway, I was like, no, I start rubbing the skull roll for good luck.
Yeah, and you keep on like seeing like in front of you,
Hmm.
like in
And
your
Elvis
mind's eye,
Costello. Go ahead.
that face. But yeah, you stealthily try and make your way across the courtyard. We'll say it'll take like 5 turns to do it stealthily, and I have rolled no random encounters. So you make it to the to that broken watchtower where the love of your life, or at least the love of your booty call, is encamped.
I mean, I'm probably more her booty call than she's mine.
That's probably true because you've been laid up every time you see her. So yeah, so you get there and the doors are asunder.
Oh dear. Carefully peek inside.
Yeah, so you look inside and you can see in darkness because you're a drow. There's minimal light of the moon, and you can see that it looks completely trashed, like some big Donnybrook happened in here. There is what appears to be blood splattered everywhere. There are 1 or 2, just from the line of sight that you can see through the doors that are off their hinges, without actually going in, and there's bodies. There's a smell to the air. You can catch a whiff of rotting corpse, stale ale and wine, and mixed in with a little bit of food that hasn't been properly salted.
So they've been dead a
Sat
while.
out. Yeah, that's initial look. That's what it feels like.
Okay, well, I'm gonna very gingerly take a closer look by creeping inside as quietly as I can.
Okay. Yeah, so it opens up into that big room with the stairs going up. There's that long table is overturned. There's splinters of chairs around it. You can see it's not overturned on its top. It's overturned like somebody used it as a barricade, overturned or as a shield. And there's arrows jaunted into it. I just made that word up. In that context, obviously, you can jaunt.
I thought you said Johnson into it, and I wasn't gonna ask any more questions.
No, I said jaunted. Just rolled off my tongue. Yeah, and you hold back like a wretch as you get closer in there. There's one or two of these corpses look like they've been, badly mishandled when they were
That
alive.
is one way to put it.
Yeah, well, you see, there's a couple of dead ogres, the charred body of a troll, but there's a couple of corpses that look like it was head meat wall. Thank you very much.
So something. Does it seem like whatever happened came from inside or outside? Like, was it coming through from where we came through, or was it coming out?
You'd have to go in longer, but it does look like the doors were.
Oh, I'm willing to
burst
take
open.
my time with it. I'll use whatever I need to figure it out because I kind of want to know what we're walking into.
Yeah, so you're a ranger. You're a
Your
ranger.
your mic is open, Squitter.
Okay.
So you have ranger abilities that allow you to do stuff like this. Technically, it's supposed to be for foresty stuff, but whatever. Why don't you give me a I will give you a 2 and 6 chance of kind of putting together what happened.
Okay.
You're not tracking, you're not following tracks. So I'm going to treat it like you're foraging. Well, I guess it is kind of tracking. All right.
Well, I got it too.
Okay, that just makes it so much easier. Yeah, so you look around, you start to Sherlock Holmes the entire place, and it looked like, there's nothing alive in here. Some of the corpses are really badly damaged. You can see your girl, the remains of your girl by her armor.
You
But
won't
it
be
looks
needing
like
that anymore.
And that shark
looks like-
tattoo right on the.
right.
It's right on her left butt cheek.
I mean, this isn't that kind of podcast anymore. Thanks, Wes. R.I.P. So her butt cheek is not exposed unless you do it yourself.
I did say that she's not using that armor anymore because she had +2 armor, and I'm wearing +1,
but
and I'm going to take that.
But she is wearing underwear, presumably.
I'm not gonna
'Cause,
strip a stripper.
armor
I'm just taking
chafes.
the
Armor chafes. Sorry, armor chafes.
the
She's
joke.
wearing
The
some
joke was
sort of-
made. It wasn't serious.
All right.
I'm not that kind of trow. Oh,
I mean, you are looting the weeks-old corpse of your dead booty call.
she
To
would have
get
wanted it
another-
this way.
Another armor class. So
I'm not molesting it. I'm just removing the armor.
once again, we're not that kind of podcast.
I'm a little sad about it.
Oh, you're all sociopaths. All right. Yeah, so it looks as if a cadre of monsters that you're familiar with, ogres, trolls, the like, probably hill giants, uh, took your advice or decided to get going while the going was good and burst out from the secret passage.
Oh, oh no.
Slaughtered everyone inside
E.
and
Beat feet for the hill.
dispersed. Yeah.
And it was a while ago from the looks of it, right? Yeah, they probably came out around the time we came out.
Before, Squitter sent at least one of them up here.
So I can blame him for this.
You were going to do it anyway, so.
No, I wasn't. It was just, it was misfortune. They knew the risk when they set up here.
I mean, really,
You set up if you stand up a bandit cave
Well,
in the middle of the temple
you
of
can
evil.
blame yourself for taking part in eradicating the only thing keeping these forces of ogres, trolls, gnolls, hill giants, etc. Disciplined
That-
together.
Required me to have some sort of remorse. It's only mild because she was fun, but she was also a human.
however, they plowed through the secret entrance in the chambers. Like
You
forced
haven't
it
gone
open.
down there.
Yeah, I haven't made it that far. I'm gonna go.
The trapdoor is ripped off its hinges. Yeah.
Yeah, now that I've seen how long they've been dead, and I've done the reclaiming of the armor that I gave back, I go back to the group.
I guess that takes
No.
care of that.
You could have cleaned it first.
I'm in the process, but yeah, this is unfortunate.
It's still.
I'm single again. No, she would be upset if they had been together more than once.
Weren't you?
No, she only saw me once after we got out of here.
Do some.
All right.
That's-
I'm
You were
going
wondering
to.
why she didn't come to visit you when you were in Knoll for a few weeks.
I was
Now, the more
feverish
you
and
know.
besotted by vampire ghosts. I wasn't really thinking.
Yeah. So
The more you know.
I'll go first into the trapdoor or the remains of the trapdoor, just to get away from Tiffany's armor.
The ogre.
Yeah.
Tiffany's armor is going to be following you around.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm going to at least try to stay upwind.
No, I will find something. Like, I'm sure there's some water somewhere in here. I'll just try to clean it a little bit before. Because we also don't
Alright.
want to smell bad enough to attract attention either.
All right. So you make your way into the tunnel and down into that area where you had fought the fake basilisk
Mhm.
and her partner, where you actually got the skull, to be honest with you.
In all fairness, she did try to kill us once, so I feel like I'm okay with what happened.
Whatever gets you through the night there, Tiffany.
I'm sure it'll bother her. No, it won't bother her. It won't bother her.
You can tell yourself whatever it takes. You've got work to do. You can mourn the dead later in hell.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll rejoin her at some point.
All right, so you're in that area on your map. It would be 335. Remember, you all had got the map.
Yep, looking at them. 335. Okay.
Oh, which isn't technically not on your map, but whatever. I gave you a copy of the full map.
All right. So that's where we are.
All right,
So-
Timpani the Ranger.
Yes. What about me? I'm being assaulted by a cat, right?
Oh,
If you look at it, it won't see you. So you volunteered to lead everyone with your rangerous way.
I volunteered nothing of the sort. I checked that room,
You
but I will.
totally said
I will
that
see
you
what's
would
going
that
on.
you could get you guys back to.
Oh yeah, I
where you
did
were-
say that, didn't I? So yeah, I did say I try to backtrack as best we could.
Right.
So yeah. I forgot there's a black cat rubbing himself very aggressively on my leg right now.
Um.
Very needy boy.
What level are you?
Me, I am what am I? Level 6.
All right. So. All right. I am going to say that we'll just give you we'll go room by room. And it's been over a month since you've done this. So I'll tell you what, give me a 60% chance of remembering where to go from here.
Am I going over or under?
60% chance. So you're going under.
Okay.
Think Call of Cthulhu.
22.
All right. Yeah. So Timpani takes you down a corridor, like that secret tunnel, into the broom closet, the little round room, and then down the corridor to where it crosses. There's a door to the north, and a passageway down to the south.
And we turn here, and I think this is the way we went.
oh,
So you can roll 60%, and it'll be the way that you went, or and if you don't, then you just make a choice.
Okay. I'm making a choice because I rolled a 91.
Okay. All right, yeah. So right now you have you can either go up or down, north or south. There's that door to the north, and there's a passageway leading down to the south. I mean, it all looks kind of vaguely familiar. You've been in all these rooms before.
Well, this is around when the trauma started, so maybe a little fuzzy on it. I remember us going down though. I do remember that, so that's what I'm gonna say. So.
All right. So what is the order that you are going in, and how are you doing this?
Well, I guess I'm still in front because I'm trying to track.
Right.
I would imagine Baltana would be right behind me because he's suicidal apparently.
Yeah, Timpani, Baltana, Squitter, me.
yeah.
All right. So you make it down to the circular room. Circular roll. All right. Percentile dice. All right. And you end up into it. It opens up into that circular room, and your stomachs just drop. As you see,
My stomach.
it's that feeling you get when you realize, oops.
Apparently, I picked wrong.
It is I don't know if it's wrong. It's just unfinished business. There is it's the room of the statues of the beholder and the dragon, the fire giant,
Oh, my
all the different statues, and you see that there's still a couple of those lights.
Oh, the fucking whisper room. This is the right way.
Can we
Yes,
just kill
go.
them once and for all?
I think you got rid of a couple of them, but what are you guys doing?
I am so tired of these wisps. But it's up to you. Take them out,
They
or
noticed us.
Tell me what you're doing.
Well, right now I'm observing them to see if they've noticed us.
Okay, so
yeah.
'Cause I wasn't just gonna
Mhm.
run into this room by any means.
you're all right. Well, they're just sitting there on the sconces.
Wisping away.
They do.
I think it was the other way.
Or the cressets, sorry. Yeah, there's only two of them on the cressets. Only.
I whisper to you, Silver. No, this is definitely the way, because those fuckers, I remember them.
Yeah,
yeah.
and we got away from them the first time through the door.
What about the second time?
We were
typically
Yeah,
leaving.
because we've run into them more than once.
Make that tracking roll.
Okay. That is 11.
Okay, so you recall that when the last it was a panic. Honestly, the last time you were down here, because you never got separated, but you all spread out and started dealing with the wisps and the fog of war and all that. But you do remember that the passageway to on about 9 o'clock on the circular room around 9 o'clock that goes to the north and west was the way that you fled.
Yeah, but they're just chilling right. If we're very quiet, we may be able to get through here. If not, we fucking haul ass.
Hmm.
Because that's the way we need to go when I point at the door.
Okay.
Are you sure?
No.
I just look at him and then I start trying to walk that way.
All right, so you guys start walking in there. Who's your D6er today?
Dagmark?
It's not here.
Dagmar-
Mark
not
is
here.
not around.
Yeah. I thought
I'll do
that's
it.
just typical.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dave,
I take it you want to roll.
Roll hard.
Sorry, it's a one.
Yeah,
Dude. Confiscated.
All right. So, surprise is mutual.
Does one of them turn into an exclamation point?
I got a 2, which is a surprise.
Yeah, great.
And you got a 1, which is also surprise. So, yeah, you kind of like, it's a Scooby-Doo moment. Where you're backing
You're
up, they're
both
backing up, you hit each other, you turn around.
Zoinks!
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Let's see. They're bagpipe proof, so it's like I'm drawing out my +1 sword. We're gonna settle this deal
Did we
fast.
like we ran into them? Or did they like notice us ran into them kind of thing?
You are both, no, I was just saying, so both sides are surprised in the encounter. So
Okay.
we each roll another D6. Tell me what you rolled.
3.
I rolled a 1. So it's your initiative. You can do what you want.
Kill them all.
Go for it.
Well, I'm
Scooter.
hauling ass, like I said.
What?
You can fight them. I'm not staying.
Okay.
I already told you what the plan was. I said if they notice us, we run.
Okay.
All right. So, so Tiffany runs up that passageway.
Mm-hmm.
What is Squitter? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's sometimes you just have to follow the band leader. So in this case, it's like I run after Timpani.
All right. Silric.
I look down at my armor and go, shit, and run after them.
All right, and Baltana. I guess he's having technical difficulties, so we'll just say that Baltana is going to follow you. All right. You find yourself in the room where you fought the Lamia and where you encountered the first iteration of the Brogers when they still had Pete Best.
Memories.
What happened to the Brogers anyway? Did they die or did they?
Could have killed them.
He's
we know they aren't there.
Dead. Yeah. So there's no Brogers there. Let's see if there's anything else that has decided to make its home. Nope.
All right, cool. So we regroup. Wusa.
All right.
The less clanky.
Right. But I mean, you do see the wisps following you. So
we keep
let's
moving then.
get that track roll happening there. Timpani.
That is a 9.
Okay. You definitely remember going down into the door to the south and east that leads into the passageway with the stairs down.
Down we go.
Running down into the fourth level, the level formerly known as the most dangerous level. It is 100% different. There is some activity, but it's a lot of hauling. Like you see trolls and ogres and giants and whatnot. A lot of them are hauling stuff up into the skull room. There's a lot of bustling, but it's not as organized as before. It's hard to tell what's going on right now as you peer down the stairs. It's definitely not as many creatures, but there's definitely things there. I think next week we can pick it up here and see what's happening, and then
All right.
figure that shit out and get you into the nodes.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
All right.
Fantastic.
Yay,
Plus
nodes.
you're down a champion.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to have as many people as you can have at this point. All right, so
Because it's still the most dangerous level.
it is. Well, until you get to the nodes. On that note, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back next week with more Temple Elemental. What did I say before?
Weevils.
Temple of Elemental Willful Ignorance.
Yeah, well.
Yep, that's what you said.
That'll work.
Right.
Temple
Good night,
of
everybody.
Mild Sociopathy.
Hey, now.